God is the greatest chess player in creation. What does that mean, right? Here's what it means. If you take a world chess player, a grandmaster, these guys are good. Let me tell you something, right? If you play chess, I'm talking about the world players, the great, right? If you make a move, let's say you move a pawn, how many moves can they anticipate? If you make that pawn, how many moves can they have probability in combinations and permutations? So the answer is, I once read, 15. It's astounding. You make one move and they can calculate 15 different moves that's possible from that one thing. It's incredible. These guys are really good, Okay. God, forget 15 moves. The Moshe moves something 100 years earlier because in 100 years that will be necessary in order for something to happen. That's called the Grand Master, you see. Let me show you two things that God did, which is astounding, the Yad Hashem. Here's one. Harry Reid. Harry Reid is a bizarre guy, but I'm going to go into his personality. He was the Senate Majority Leader. Okay. Do you know what that guy did? I'll tell you what he did. He said this. Until then, in order to, many votes needed the cabinet. In order to do the cabinet and so on and so forth, you needed, the opposite party can filibuster, which means they could talk on and on and on, right? A lot of hot air, obviously, but they can talk on and on, right? But you need 60 votes to stop a filibuster, right? So therefore, for a cabinet post and many posts and so on and so forth, you need what's called bipartisan. You need both parties, or else you can't muster the 60 votes. So what did Harry Reid do in his Iluyas? He just absolute genius. He said he passed a law that you don't need a filibuster. You can, with a simple majority of 51 votes, you can have there's no filibuster. You can stop anything with 51 votes, and therefore that's easy, because in one party, if it has 51, and therefore that even if you oppose the other party, all they need is a simple majority. That was in 2013. In 2017, when Trump now has to put his whole cabinet, the Democrats are finished. They cannot filibuster because the Republicans have 52. You see? 52. And therefore, they cannot stop the Republicans from putting in anybody, except the Supreme Court judge. But even that, they won't touch. Why did Harry Reid do that? He didn't think that someday the Republicans will be back in power? You see? But that's the Rebbeinu Shem. He says, wait a minute. I'm not interested in you. I'm going to make you do something that's so stupid that it's going to go down in the record books, right? And that's going to give Trump absolute power. You see, that even a filibuster can't stop him because he's going to overcome it with a majority. That's Harry Reid. So you have to give me yashkoyach. The second one is Obama. You have to give him incredible yashkoyach. Why? Because Obama is such a megalomaniac that he refused to go to Congress to pass the laws. So what did he do? Executive orders. No problem. But he forgot. It's like in Chazal say, "Hapesha osa, hu hapesha hitta." If you can what? If you can forbid it, you can also permit it. All Trump has to do is sign, and he can undo every executive order of Obama. And since most of the laws passed are executive orders, right? Then Trump can undo almost the entire legacy of this man. It's astounding. It's like God said, I need Trump to win. And I'm going to make these guys think that they're doing incredible stuff, and I will destroy them. You see, this is the chess master called God. How the bunch makes sure that it's like unintended consequences. They themselves don't realize the consequences of their acts because they're such megalomaniacs that they think they'll be forever in power. Of course, Obama thought that, of course they can have executive order because Hillary's going to win. What's the problem? But he forgot one thing, that the only vote that counts in America is God. Everybody else is irrelevant, which I will talk about next week.